Hey guys, it's Jynnette with Alchemy, here to give you your tarot reading for the month of October 2017. This is for the sign of Aquarius. So if you have an Aquarius rising, sun, or moon sign, this reading is for you. If you would like to have your own personal reading, please check out my website, alchemy.com. That's where you can book a session. You can do tarot, astrology, or energy healing, and that can happen in person or long distance. And if you're already, if you haven't already, please do follow me on my other social media, YouTube, excuse me. Oh my gosh, what's going on? It's not even Mercury retrograde. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Alchemy. I do some daily tarot pulls, more astrology forecasts, as well as inspirational quotes there as well. And then be sure to sign up for my newsletter on my website because I'm going to start announcing some bigger events and seminars and retreats in the coming months that I'm going to be doing. So you want to make sure that you are connected so that you can be in the loop, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to try not to flub your reading today. It's not starting out great. It's all good though. Okay, so for your overall energy for the month, you actually have the Five of Cups. Now, this is a tough energy because it does speak to me, especially with looking at the rest of your cards, that there is going to be some kind of loss or some kind of transition that happens this month. So you're most likely going to be this person looking at the cups that are spilled versus, paying attention to what you still have available to you. That kind of is what the Five of Cups can speak to. So let's get a little bit deeper to see what may be triggered, because it's obviously not going to be like for all areas of life. That way we can kind of pinpoint it and find some action steps to help you navigate. Now, in your first house, you have the Strength card, which is a Major Arcana card. And Major Arcana to me are forces of the universe that we don't have control over, and they can also be seen as archetypes. And your first house actually has to deal with your sense of self and power, and also how others view you. So to have strength here means that you are actually good, you are strong, you're creative, you're balanced, and people see you as an amazing asset. So, whatever this Five of Cups energy may be talking about, it's definitely not related to you. So, you don't seem to be suffering from any kind of depression or self-sabotaging beliefs or patterns of behavior. You're good, you're strong. And you're blessed with that energy from the universe for this month. So that's good to see. Now, in your fourth house, you actually have the Nine of Wands, and the fourth house has to deal with your actual home, your family members, your sense of security, and your emotional state of being. Now, one of the things that initially came up for this with me is that, maybe there has been some conflict happening at home where you live, and you're just kind of tired of it and ready to kind of finish this cycle. So it doesn't really look to be like major conflicts, like whatever it is, it's just kind of mulled over, and you're just kind of getting to a place where you're more strong in yourself. But, if it's not that kind of thing, maybe you are close to deciding whether or not you're going to stay where you are or not, because it is a 9 and the suit ends at 10. So, and that speaks to a new beginning and a new cycle. So maybe you're coming up on a lease being finished for a place that you're renting. And if it's not related to house and it's more so your security, you are in a good place, because the 9 does speak to a sense of self, and this is a fire energy. So you are really strong in your power. You're not, if this was the lower number card, then, it might be a little shaky, but this is a good complement with the Strength card. You are definitely good and you're strong. So far, so good. I'm not seeing any place of where this Five of Cups might be showing up. Now, here in your seventh house, which is the house related to relationships, you do actually have the Tower card, which is another Major Arcana. And the seventh house has to deal with all relationships, whether personal, professional, romantic, family, what have you. The Tower speaks to the universe coming in and taking out of your life those things which no longer serve you. This isn't something that you have in control. Like, once the Tower comes in, you've already been given a chance up to this point to make the shifts that you need to make. So anything that you have not addressed or maybe have not seen, the universe is going to come in and sweep out the rest of that. So if this is relationships, maybe that is what the Seven of Cups energy is, because cups can speak to emotions. Maybe there is a breakup. Maybe you find out something, like somebody cheated. Maybe a best friend betrays you. Maybe a coworker lies on you. Something happens, but there is a massive shift here. And this doesn't feel positive. The Tower can go either way with me. In general, I like the energy, but this actually feels a bit tough. So maybe that's what this Five of Cups is referring to. Now, in your 10th house, which is the house related to your career as well as your influence on the world around you, you have the Six of Swords. So this could read as two things. The first is travel, and it might be more short distance travel that you're doing for work. But what I'm actually feeling more strongly is that this is you possibly moving on. Now, this may be of your own volition because it's a 6, or that may actually be what this Tower card is referring to, that you maybe you're losing your job either directly, or maybe the company gets bought out or something, and you and your coworkers are going to have to find something else. But it's not feeling that actually is feeling a little weak as well too. So this Five of Cups, like I said, can relate to something happening in relationships or possibly work. So be mindful and on the lookout for that if any of those areas have been a little shaky. Now, in the center of your reading, I'm actually really happy to see this, because this relates to the 5th house, which can be, creativity and entrepreneurship. But I really do like to read this as the objective of your soul, like what it's striving for this month. And that energy is the King of Cups. So this speaks to being in a place of emotional and mental balance, being fulfilled in your power. But there is a beautiful sense of openness and intuition and trust in self that the King of Cups does permeate. So, and this also could be, someone in your life who maybe have a sun sign in water energy, like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, that kind of helps you navigate some of this tough energy, regardless of gender. That could also speak to that. But if this is the energy that you are to embody, or that your soul is after, that does really speak to, again, the sense of personal strength and emotional stability that you have to move through whatever is kind of being triggered this month, and that ultimately you'll be fine. And that really is the message of the Five of Cups, is that, yes, there is some loss, and you do need to give yourself the time to experience that and feel that. But not all the cups, there hasn't been spilled. There hasn't been a complete loss of everything. And so you are encouraged to focus on that once you've given yourself the space to kind of deal with whatever is leaving, either of your own volition possibly, or, outside of you. Okay? So, Aquarius, that is your reading for the month of October. It looks a little iffy, possibly relationships or career, but if you are needing support to help you navigate through this, please do reach out. I would be honored to help you. Again, you can book a session with me on my website, andersonalchemy.com. We can do a tarot reading. We can do astrology. That actually might be a really good thing to look into, because it's going to give you more specifics of the things that are being triggered in your life, in your specific chart. So I actually would highly recommend that. And of course, we can do energy healing if this is, relationship oriented and there's a sense of loss or heartbreak there. Okay. Again, follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Anderson Alchemy, and be sure to subscribe to my newsletter on my website. I hope you have an amazing month, and that you were able to get through it and continue to shine bright into next month. And I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye.